Namaste, and welcome to the Savitri series, part 27. In French, and then it's from Savitri, in the debate of love and death, when death tells Savitri, what you call love is the hunger of your heart. 28 September 1963. Do you remember Savitri's debate with death? The debate of love and death? According to it, Sri Aurobindo seems to be saying that disorder arose when life entered matter. From Savitri. Although God made the world for his delight, an ignorant power took charge and seemed his will. Mother. In other words, that power assumed the appearance of God's will. Again from Savitri. And death's deep falsity has mastered life. All grew a play of chance, simulating fate. And before, Sri Aurobindo writes, O death, this is the mystery of thy reign. He seems to imply it's only on earth. In earth's anomalous and tragic field, carried in its aimless journey by the sun, mid the forced marches of the great dumb stars, a darkness occupied the fields of God. The mother repeats, a darkness occupied the fields of God, and matter's world was governed by thy shape. Mother says, the shape of death. Thy mask has covered the Eternal's face. It's marvelous. The bliss that made the world has fallen asleep. Again, Savitri. Abandoned in the vast, she slumbered on. An evil transmutation overtook her members, till she knew herself no more. Mother. And so on, a whole passage. And he seems to imply that it's when life entered inert matter that an ignorant power, what I read at the beginning, an ignorant power took charge and seemed his will. And death's deep falsity had mastered life. Consequently, according to this, death would exist only on earth. That's where I am in my translation. The mother closes her notebook. I'll have to go to the end to understand what he wants to demonstrate. You see, I was always under the impression that the earth was a symbolic representation of the universe in order to concentrate the work on one point so that it could be done more consciously and deliberately. And I was always under the impression that Sri Aurobindo too thought that way. But here I had read Savitri without noticing this. But now that I read it, and I am so immersed in that problem, in other words, it's as if it were the question given to me to resolve. I noticed it while reading. It would seem to legitimize or justify those who want to escape entirely from the Earth's atmosphere. The idea would be that the Earth is a special experiment of the Supreme in his universe, and those who are not too keen on that experiment prefer to get out of it, to say things somewhat offhandedly. The difference is this. In one case, the purpose of the Earth is a concentration of the work, which means it can be done more rapidly, consciously, and perfectly here. And so there is a serious reason to stay on and do it. In the other case, it's just one experiment amid thousands or millions of others. And if that experiment doesn't particularly appeal to you, to want to get out of it is legitimate. We can very well conceive that he may be carrying on some very different experiments. And so you could go from one experiment to another, you see. It would be, as Buddha said, it's attachment or desire that keeps you here. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to stay here. Everything is possible to me, you know, absolutely everything. Even the seemingly most contradictory things. Really, I am totally unable to raise a mental or logical or reasonable objection, either to this or to that.